Оройн төрийн үзэгчдээ өнөөдрийн сэдв эхэлж байна. Бид бүхэн бүгд найрамдах энтгэг улсаас Монгол улсад суугаа онц бөгөөд бүрэн эрэхт элчин сайд Atul Malhari Gotsurveтэй уулзаад байна. Hello, how are you today?
I'm good. Namaste, San Beno. Greetings. Good evening. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
Thank you for your time. First of all, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to your people of the India, the occasion of your Independence Day last week.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thanks for covering it on your television. Thank you so much.
So Mongolia also celebrates its independence and democratic values strongly. So how does India, the world's largest democratic country, sees Mongolia's democratic journey?
India and Mongolia are very close friends. We are strategic partners, spiritual siblings, and third neighbors. Both our countries are based on the principles of human values and democracy. And India respects the democracy, the democratic values which the Mongolian people have. And I see, because I stay in Mongolia, there is a lot of love and affection from all the Mongolian people towards the democracy of Mongolia, of India. So we have a lot of people-to-people connect. We have strong bonds of friendship between India and Mongolia. And that's the way, like India, we say, is the mother of democracy, because thousands of years ago we had the small systems of democracy. In Mongolia also we see the democratic values are very high. People are strongly believe in the principles of constitution and democracy, and which is a great link in the history of mankind also, and also in the history of Mongolia and India.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And both nations value sovereignty and independence, as you said. How do these shared principles shape bilateral cooperation?
You remember, India is one of the first country outside the Soviet bloc to recognize the sovereignty and independence of Mongolia. So we both value each other a lot. And you will be happy to know that this year we are celebrating the 70th year of establishment of diplomatic relations between our two countries. Mm-hmm. So even though this is 70 years of diplomatic relations, our history is thousands of years old. We are friends for many years.
Mm-hmm. So what lessons can Mongolia and India learn from each other in terms of democracy and also nation building?
The best part, what both countries, and I think both countries, the people of both countries respect each other, is the values of the constitution. So the constitution of India, the constitution of Mongolia are the guiding principles for the democratic values. And as we rightly say, the people's power. The constitution of India, which was drafted by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, we say, we the people. So here in Mongolia also, it's we the people who decides everything. So the people's power, the great Khural, which is symbolic representative or the real representation of the people's power is there. The people's body is there to make laws and decisions for the people of Mongolia. So I believe constitution is the guiding force and beacon light for both the countries, for the furtherance of democratic values and other freedom of expression, liberty.
Mm-hmm. So I would like to move to the democratic relations. India and Mongolia share a long history of friendship, as you said. So how would you describe the current state of India-Mongolian diplomatic relations?
As I mentioned earlier, but I repeat because it is a very important aspect, India and Mongolia are strategic partners, spiritual siblings, and third neighbors. Our bilateral relations are multifaceted. It ranges from political relations to defense relations to economic relation, economic development, partnership, cultural linkages to Buddhism, you name anything. Mm-hmm. Our bilateral relation, which I feel is spread on such a fertile land that we sow anything, it will grow. So I feel our relations are very strong. We support each other at the multinational fora, in the elections also. So that is also one more bond which we share.
Mm-hmm. So what makes the relationship between our two countries unique compared to India's ties with other Asian nations?
As I told you that our relationship is based on the deep civilizational linkages of Buddhism. Mm-hmm. And we are spiritual siblings. because Buddhism is such a linkages that thousands of years ago, also Mongolian scholars used to visit the famous Nalanda University in India. Now also a lot of Mongolian monks, they study in India. So there is a huge linkage, and as I said, it is like a inner connect between our two countries. That's a spiritual sibling is the right word which connects each other, apart from our strategic partnership, which was established during the historic visit of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji in 2015.
So how does India view Mongolia's strategic importance in the region?
You know, geography plays a very important role in our daily lives. So Mongolia is placed between two big superpowers, the P5 countries, Russia and China. So they have a very important role. In geography or in strategy, there is a concept of buffer state also. So Mongolia plays an important role as a buffer state between these two countries also.
So what are the priority areas for India, Mongolian economic cooperation in the coming years?
Since I joined here, there are 3 projects which are very important for economic development of Mongolia. We call this as development partnership between India and Mongolia. So India and Mongolia relationship is based on 3 or 4 Ds. One we call democracy, other is dharma, Buddhism, third is development partnership. Fourth is digital development also. So these 4 Ds play an important role. So one of the D is development partnership. So we are building 3 big projects which I will now mention. My first and top, my most priority project is the oil refinery project in the Dornogovi province, which has been constructed with a soft loan from India, which is of $1.7 billion US. So it is the biggest project or single largest project which India is doing abroad. So it can show how much value does India give to Mongolia, and it will ensure the energy security of Mongolia. So that is my top priority project. It is 1.5 million metric ton per annum capacity oil refinery, which will cater to 60 to 80% of Mongolia's fuel needs. Now Mongolia is totally dependent on external fuel supply. So it will ensure the energy security of Mongolia. It will generate a lot of employment. It will bring advanced technology to Mongolia. The project, once it is completed, it will be a shining example of India-Mongolia friendship. Apart from that project, we are constructing a $20 million Atal Bihari Vajpayee Center for Excellence in the field of information technology, communication and outsourcing in the Mongolian University of Science and Technology in Bayanzug district in Ulaanbaatar. So that project we will complete in the next 6 months, which will give learning to around 800 Mongolian students in the field of programming, IT, advanced machine learning, AI. So it will generate jobs. Also in the call center business, it will train people. So we are working on that capacity building also. Then the third project, which is a grant project, which is total grant from India, it is $5.25 million US. We are building a school, India-Mongolia Friendship Secondary School in Jaisan, Ulaanbaatar. So we plan to complete it by next September. So you can see 3 big projects we are doing for capacity building, for friendship, and it is symbol of our strong bonds of relationship, economic development partnership.
So I was just about to ask more about the oil refinery project in Dornogovi, and can you please tell us more about the project? I think people are very interested in this topic.
Yes, it is good. So this project was conceived when Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, when he came to Mongolia in 2015, he offered a line of credit of $1 billion US to Mongolia for a soft loan, basically, to utilize it for its capacity building. So Mongolia, under the visionary leadership of President Kurel Sukukna, they decided to build an oil refinery project in Dornogovi for energy independence. So you will be happy to know that the project has 4 contracts basically. We call it EPC. So EPC 1 is already completed. It was to bring water, raw water, construct roads, infrastructure. So it is already completed and handed over to the Mongol refinery. Then EPC 2, which includes some design units. Construction is going on well. EPC 3 is a captive power plant of 38 megawatt, which will provide power to the oil refinery itself. And 4th are the licensed unit to refine the petroleum actually. So what Mongolia will get? You will get normal petrol, diesel. You have Mongolia has problem of aviation fuel, so you will get aviation fuel. You will get LPG. And after the refinery is completed, you can have petrochemical complex also. And later on, you can export the petrochemicals to other countries. So first, the needs of Mongolia will be fulfilled. Lot of jobs will be created. 2,000 jobs will be created there in Dornogobi province. And the main factor is it will act as a growth center in that region and for Mongolia. It is one of the 14 mega projects of the government of Mongolia, and I feel that this will be the first project that will be completed. And once it is completed, a lot of employment generation will also be there. So it is a great for Indian. 2 Indian companies are doing the work now. One is Megha Engineering. It's a huge company. They are doing good business in India. And our state-owned company, Engineers India Limited, they are also giving the project management consultancy to the project. So you may be surprised to know that we are having a mini India in Dornogobi. There are around 2,700 Indian workers now working in that area. And you will be happy to know that under the visionary leadership of President Khurel Sukh, Prime Minister Jandan Shatar, and also the new Minister of Industry and Mineral Resources, we are marching ahead to complete the project as soon as possible. Yesterday, I, along with the Minister, Mr. Damnian, His Excellency Mr. Damnian, visited the the oil refinery project in Dornogobi, and the progress is going on well, and we wish to complete it as soon as possible.
So how do you see the timeline at the moment?
My take is the timeline will be in early somewhere to 2027, middle of 2027, we see that.
So besides the big projects, are there new trade or investment opportunities being explored between the 2 countries?
You know, Mongolia is a mineral-rich country. So there is a lot of interest from Indian companies to source coking coal, copper, gold, rare earth from Mongolia. So there are continuous talks with from these companies with Mongolian counterparts. So there are some bottlenecks, because Mongolia being landlocked, the commodities to take to India is a question. So we continue to work to explore viable means of transportation, logistics to take the minerals to India. But there are other sectors also which are doing good. We have good imports which are coming. Like you see many biscuits that are there available in Mongolia are Indian biscuits. Then there are several Indian restaurants are there. So many companies are in the field of consultancy services of roads, infrastructure. So they are doing good.
That's really good to hear. So how do you see the India and Mongolia cooperate in regional security and also stability in Asia?
Both are important partners in and members of various multinational organizations. And we continue to interact with each other at the multilateral fora, organizations like, you remember last, I think September or October, Prime Minister of Mongolia met with our head of delegation, Sri Dr. S. Jaishankar. So on the sidelines of the multilateral fora of various organizations, our meetings at the top level are happening, and they collaborate and exchange views on important bilateral aspects, regional aspects, and the world aspects also. Exchange of views, experiences are being given. Recently, you may be aware that the Foreign Office consultation took place in the month of March, where the entire gamut of bilateral relations, including regional and world affairs, were discussed at this meeting in India.
So let's move to the culture and education, people-to-people exchanges. Mongolia and India share deep historical and spiritual connections, as you mentioned earlier, particularly through Buddhism, right? So how are we keeping this heritage alive today?
True. As I mentioned before, there are a lot of monks from Mongolia who are studying around, you will be surprised, around 400 to 500 monks are studying in southern India, state of Karnataka, the higher Buddhist studies. Then regularly we have special chartered flights from Mongolia which go to India to see Buddhist heritage sites, because India is the land of Buddha. They also go to meet the spiritual leader of Buddhism, Dalai Lama, in Dharamshala. They go regularly. Then we have the embassy and the monasteries here. We have good contact, whether it be Gandan Monastery, Dashi Choling Monastery, Narobachan Monastery, Pethub Monastery. So all these monasteries we are in regular touch. You will be happy to know that in 2022, the holy relics of Lord Buddha were brought to Mongolia, which is a unique honor, because not all countries get that honor. From India, we have the holy relics of Lord Buddha. Then the holy books of Mongolian Buddhism, the Mongolian Kanjurs, we have reprinted 35 sets. Each set has 105 volumes. So all these sets have arrived in Mongolia. We will give to the Gandan Monastery. All the Buddhist conferences which are there in Mongolia and in India, there is participation from both sides. So we see huge collaboration in Buddhism sector, and it will grow with times to come.
So there is a people-to-people exchange going on. Also, you mentioned that you're building school in Mongolia. So how important is youth and academic exchange for the cultural of bilateral relations?
Very good. Now, I see there is one program. There are two programs which I will mention, which are very important. One, we have a scholarship program of Government of India, under which we call it ICCR scholarship, Indian Council for Cultural Relations scholarship. So under that scholarship program, there are 40 slots every year. They go to undergraduate, postgraduate, or doctorate level. So everything, the fees is paid. In some cases, the airfare is also paid. So it is a huge opportunity. And you know, the alumni of the ICCR who have studied in India are holding very good position in Mongolia. Middle level managements. Some are even ministers. Some were ministers also. So you can see. Then we have one more program, which is called the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program. It is a fully funded scholarship program of Government of India. And Mongolia is an important partner. Every year we send 200 Mongolian nationals to India, full paid scholarship for capacity building courses. So these courses can range in the field of English language, accounting, robotics, AI, forensics. There are 300 institutes, 300 courses in 100 institutes, top level institutes. So you will be happy to know that last year we sent 195 Mongolian nationals to India, fully paid scholarship, and some ranges from 1 week to 6 months also. So we have people-to-people connect, students connect, government officials connect. So it's going on very well.
That's really good to hear. So what would you say are the top priorities for India-Mongolia relations over the next decade?
One of the projects which I told you, my top priority project is the oil refinery project, of course, that is there. Then our consolidation of relations, as I told you, we have to build on our cultural relation, defense ties. We have under the defense ties, we have a multilateral exercise Nomadic Elephant, every year. Once we hold in Mongolia, we hold in India. So that is also going good shape. And in the decade, I feel we should give economic muscle to our ties through more exchange of businesses. Main commodities, as I told, our Indian companies are interested in coal, copper, gold, rare earth. That is an area which I feel is very good. Then in the sector of medical tourism, a lot of Mongolian people go to take medical help in India, which is also doing good. And I wish that we can expand it further for the benefit of the Mongolian people.
Since you have been worked in Mexico and the southern Cuba,
DPRK,
it's totally different environment than Mongolia, right? And how do you feel about Mongolia, and what is the big differences between those countries?
Every country is different. Every culture is different. But to be frank, I always tell, I feel at home at Mongolia. So I don't feel I am in a foreign country. So people are so warm and friendly. So I feel I am at home. I feel it. Mongolia is my home.
That's really happy to hear. And also your background is engineering.
Yes.
And what helps your background on your position?
Of course, as engineer, we analyze things in a very scientific manner, in a practical and economical manner, and complete the targets in the given time. So as I told you, my target is to complete the oil refinery, the school, and the IT center in the given time. So I am very happy that my background is helping me to accelerate the projects and complete the projects in a timely and economical manner.
How can ordinary citizens of Mongolia and India contribute to stronger ties, in your opinion?
I feel, every person of a country is a cultural ambassador of that country. So whether it is a Mongolian person or Indian person, he is the ambassador of his country, wherever he is. So when they interact with other people, they act as an ambassador. What are the good things? What are the best things for each other's mutual benefit? Both people can tell. And the other important thing is we have to build a strong Mongolia and strong India. So one person does that. That is also important. One good thing about the Mongolian constitution I liked when I read the constitution, that each person has to take care of his own health also. So that is also nation building, because a strong population, a good healthy person, a good healthy citizen is also helping in the economy of the country.
Yes.
So work hard, take care of your health. So that is also good work that I feel.
So finally, what personal message would you like to share with the Mongolian people?
You are great people and doing greatly, and I'm confident that in times to come, Mongolia will further develop, it's developing good and will continue at a faster pace of development. And I wish that India, and I am confident also, that India and Mongolia relations, friendly relations will continue to strengthen and broaden in times to come.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Bertla. Namaste.
Өдөртөө бид бүхэн бүгд найрамдах энтэг улсаас Монгол улсад суугаа онц бөгөөд бүрэн эрхт элчин сайд Atul Malhari Gotsurveтэй уулзаж түүний байр суурийг сонслоо.